Okay, moving on. A video that we definitely want to recommend to you from RICARDO'S Gaming shares a tip on how you can recover 46 gigabytes of drive space. If you participated in the Odyssey Alpha, there's leftover, basically, obviously that directory is not being used anymore, and it's just sitting there. And he walks you through how to do it. And for those of you that have got this installed on like an SSD, I don't need to tell you how precious the space is on that. So we've got the link in the show notes for that. Kai, you had a point?
Just want to real quick say this, whenever you're messing with stuff like this is, he's talking about how to do stuff on the back end or whatever. Like, if you don't know how to do it, find somebody who does. Don't be stupid and try to YOLO this, because you will screw yourself hard. Like, get a friend. It's not a rush. It's there. You got the hard drive space. Get a friend who knows how to do it, or really look into it, but don't play with this and if you're not really comfortable with what you're doing. He says that in the video, but you can never warn people enough, because I don't want to see somebody screw themselves out of the whole game.
Yep. So if you have problems, you can write to Kai at Elite. No, I'm just joking. It's a very good advice. Get some help if you're not comfortable with that. Next up, we have a video we'll recommend from Res FPS, Ground Combat Elite Dangerous Odyssey gameplay. This is a Let's Play where he recommends a weapon and suit loadout, and then proceeds to play through the mission, which on its surface sounds kind of vanilla, but this has very nice production value. It's a straightforward equipment loadout review and recommendation Let's Play without a bunch of editorializing about FDev or Odyssey issues. It's actually pretty refreshing. And this is a streamer who in the past made videos on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty, and now he's making Odyssey FPS content. So it's from that sort of filter. It's really good to see a creator from that world coming into ours. So welcome to Elite Res FPS. Great to have you here. The link is in the show notes. Tweaked. I hear the latest episode of SAG-I has dropped. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, SAG-I. And again, if you commanders, if you guys aren't listening to SAG-I, it's a PDF, a digital PDF you could get, but it's also a podcast. You can get it on Spotify, iTunes, all that kind of stuff. And if you're not aware, it's like investigative reporting done all in universe. It's great stuff, and you can go all the way back. You can really get a good feel for the lore. You get a lot of information about the ships and whatnot. This week's episode has stories about Raxla, about the Beluga, a story all about the Imperial Cutter. We had a story about co-pilots, as they call it, which featured the passing of Orange Phoenix Cat. Very sorry for your loss, Phoenix. OP. It's just SAG-I. I can't say it enough. I've said it before. SAG-I is top of the line entertainment. It was just released this week, so go check it out.
Awesome. Kai, you had something?
Hell yeah. The Raxla piece was great. The piece they did on the Orca, the piece about the AXI and how they kill Thargoids as
oh, AXI, that's right. Yeah,
as Tweak said, the Cutter piece was great. What I Fly, Commander Arf, Community Manager Arf talked about his stuff. And they called out a special thing in the editorial at the beginning of the episode where they called out a change that has happened with the galaxy map. Now, so some explorers used to do a trick where they would even put a what is that? The slug thrower, the advanced plasma, where you use your fuel
plasma slug
as your weapon, as
experimental,
and you would put that on your ship so that you could get rid of some of your fuel, so that you would lighten your total hull weight, so that you could jump just a little bit further to reach some super crazy out of the way places. Well, the new galaxy map doesn't allow for that. It calculates what your jump range would be at full tank, no matter how much gas you have on you, and that's the maximum that it will allow you to plot. And they made a very specific call out saying, hey, that should be changed. And I just want to support SAG-I not only for the wonderful work that the entire team does in bringing out the sort of life of the galaxy in universe, but they managed to, in universe, without breaking character, highlight a very serious problem for explorers that needs to get fixed. So big salute to them. Great stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a huge point.